I can't thank Kristen enough for everything she's done for me emotionally, mentally, every other which way besides physical strength and physical health, for helping me get my confidence back. So I was struggling in a few different areas in my life. I was struggling with self-confidence. I was struggling with making healthy choices for myself. I was struggling with having enough time and energy and stamina to keep up with my daughters. I was struggling with confidence in my professional career, and struggling in my marriage and my personal relationships a bit. And magically, somehow we worked on all of those things, even though I was just looking to her to work on my health and my energy level. We ended up working on everything. So before I started working with Kristen, I had tried a lot of different things to help myself in different areas. Nothing that helped in every area. And I have tried different workout regimes. I joined Beachbody for a while. I joined a couple different gyms. I did hot yoga. I saw a therapist. I went to a life coach, who the life coach was actually wonderful, but she only helped me in a small facet of my life. My husband and I did couples counseling. I've read all sorts of books. I've done online trainings. I've done all sorts of things, and everything would work for a little while, but it never got to the root of what the issue was. And so it was just a temporary fix that made me feel good for a little bit, but it never fixed the actual problem. And I would end the program feeling like a failure. I had some concerns before I started with Kristen because I had tried so many other programs that I failed miserably at. And I worried, did I have enough time to make this a commitment and a priority in my life? I was already had no free time and had no idea how I would shoehorn this into my already busy schedule. I was worried, should I be spending the money on a program like this? Moms, typically the last thing we want to spend money on is ourselves, right? So, I was worried about making an investment in myself and feeling worthy of that investment. I was also worried about the fact that I was so out of shape and overweight. When I started with Kristen, I was the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And I hadn't worked out in a long time, and I was really out of shape. And I'm seeing her lift weights and seeing other programs that she does with people who are already strong. And I'm going, I don't know if I can handle that. She's going to kill me on day one with a weightlifting program, and I fail miserably. And then the self-confidence issue, in every program I had done before, I would go into it kind of prepared to be a failure. So when I started this program, I was kind of in the back of my mind, not consciously, but in the back of my mind going, okay, well, this is the next thing I'm going to try, and it'll probably be great, but you know what? At the end, I'm probably going to fail. And that's something that she and I worked on. Instead of starting right off the bat with like a 90-day shred program that's super intimidating and really hard, we started small. We made little changes that were not intimidating. Things like tracking what I'm eating, weighing myself, measuring myself. Some of that initial emotional work of deciding or realizing why I'm doing this. What is my key motivation for doing this? And instead of starting huge and being super intimidating and beating up on my body, we started small and just started building up real changes that were easy to implement, that just became part of my everyday existence. And that was huge. That was vastly different from anything I'd tried before. And then not only did she work on the physical component of being more active and eating healthier and counting calories and watching what I'm eating, but we did so much emotional work that I had done a little bit before with a therapist or a life coach, but had never connected it to my physical body. And for some reason, connecting those two things together, it was like magic. It just all of a sudden clicked and it made sense. And I had real motivation for what I was doing. Instead of wanting to lose weight because I felt bad about my body or embarrassed by my body, I wanted to get stronger and healthier for my girls, for my family, to be able to do things that I've always dreamed of wanting to do. My life right now would be really depressing. Before working with Kristen, spent so much time focused on all of the things that I wasn't capable of, all the things that I couldn't handle, and so much negativity, and just not prioritizing myself and my health, my mental health and my physical health. And even though there's a long way to go for me yet, I mean, like, this is going to be me working on myself for a long time. I can see kind of the snowball effect of all these positive changes. Things that seemed really small and insignificant while I was working with her have had a huge impact in my life now. She was tough, but really kind and empathetic. She held me accountable for what I was supposed to be doing, for prioritizing myself, for taking care of myself. But she really cared about me as a human being and about the outcome of me being part of this program. And without making me feel bad about myself, or without making me feel like I was a failure, or without yelling at me for more reps, or without feeling like I'm in part of a boot camp, she held me accountable and was very, very tough with me, but also incredibly kind, incredibly thoughtful, and just so understanding and sweet. And it was the perfect mix of strength and kindness that I needed, and I've never experienced that anywhere else. If anyone is thinking about reaching out to Kristen and asking her for help and talking to her, please do it. Please do it for yourself. She's amazing, and she's flexible in coming up with different programs or different ways you can interact with her. It isn't just one program and you have to fit into this one program, and if it doesn't work for you, too bad. She does so much with trying to make your schedule work, trying to make time commitment work for you, and she has different types of programs. I started so out of shape and so scared of how hard this was going to be, and if I can start doing workouts and walking and doing all the things that she had me start doing, like anybody can start with her. She can handle any level, any skill level, any fitness level, and just don't wait anymore. Just start. Just call her and just start. Confidence is a huge one. Confidence in what I can handle, physically, emotionally, mentally. Positivity is another huge one. She changed my entire mindset about myself, about my life, about making myself a priority. And priorities would be another really good word. Making myself a priority, prioritizing time for myself during the day, prioritizing my health that I had been neglecting and ignoring for so long. Those are some pretty big, strong words, but I mean all three of them. So So now that I'm done with my 12-week program with Kristen, my next steps are to take what she has taught me and to keep that up and keep moving forward. My goal is to join another program of hers. She has a longer 6-month mastery program that I really want to participate in. And so that's on my list of things to do. But I'm just going to take those little everyday things that she's taught me, those really simple workouts that she gave me, the keeping track of what I'm putting in my body and what I'm feeding my body, and the keeping track of what I'm feeding my soul too. She had me start a thankfulness and gratefulness journal and really work on positivity and mindset. And I'm going to take all those things and I'm just going to keep going with those. She left me with so many tools in my toolkit to move forward with. She's absolutely amazing. But someday I'm going to come back and do that 6-month mastery program and see where that takes me to.